daily show. Of course, we do free picks here 7 days a week, 365 days a year. Where do you guys want to start with the elephant in the room? The Yankees getting handed to them.
That's always sweet.
I thought, yesterday I saw a few of the big square cappers out there giving out the Yankees team total over 5. I couldn't believe it was that low. Kind of the writing was on the wall in that game. Kind of, 5 was right. You would think Yankees Pirates be
Well, it
too
could be a
easy.
pitcher's duel. I mean, Quintana could hold down the Yankees a little bit. Five seems about right. I don't know. Maybe I'm just not into the five inning thing.
I don't know. Maybe it's I don't know. Maybe I'm looking too much into it.
And see, how long did Quintana go in that game? I saw he had a good start, but
I don't know. The other one, Chris, meltdown in Toronto here with the Blue Jays just getting 5 in a row as favorites, going down. And kind of the writing was on the wall here for this team. We saw it in at home against the Orioles when they got it handed to them. So I don't think anything surprising about what's going on in Toronto. We know the pitching staff just super thin, and these guys they have some quality, but there's zero margin for error with the staff that they have, and they've been going far beyond that margin.
yeah, no, definitely they have been, especially with the bullpen. And it goes all the way back to the weekend when we had that doubleheader with the Rays and Jays, and you had to have Toronto put out a bullpen game, and they gave up 11 runs in that game. And it's like you basically put out there what your biggest weakness is, and then you don't really do anything to fix it. Like you said, there's little margin for error. And then now in this series against Oakland, okay, the Alek Manoah thing, I didn't necessarily see that one coming, but now you have the two, I'd say, arguably worst starters in the rotation this season in Yusei Kikuchi and Jose Barrios going in a start on the road, both a place where they both struggled this season. I think it was a bit the last two games, if granted, if tonight's result goes Oakland's way as well, I don't think would have been that much of a surprise.
Brian, any surprises that you see out there last couple of days?
How bad the White Sox have performed. I expected more from Kopech last night. He gave up about a half dozen runs. So that game hurt me. White Sox are surprising me. I think they still have time to turn it on. Boy, what else surprised me yesterday? Oh, the Rockies, the first two games of the series, not being as competitive as I thought they'd be against the Dodgers. That was kind of surprising for me. Maybe not for other people.
Yeah, we're starting to see some of these division races starting to get a little ugly, starting to get more one-sided than we've seen them in quite some time. And
The Mets only put in a one run yet. I mean, not being able to score for Scherzer yesterday.
yeah, just the Reds as well, getting it done against the Mets. But we're starting to see some big leads in these divisions. We look at the American League East, 13 games between the Yankees and the Red Sox, 14 between them and the Rays and the Blue Jays, just 6 games over 500 at this point. Losing record on the road now for the Blue Jays after losing back-to-back in Oakland. Then you've got the White Sox 6.5 back. Just every time it looks like they're ready to make a run, they move backwards, and then the Twins not doing anything special here, but certainly holding on. The Houston Astros looking like the best team in baseball right now. The Mets hanging on there by a thread against the Braves. Got the Brewers putting a little bit of distance between them and the Cardinals for the first time this season, with the Pirates actually in third place in the really, really weak National League Central. And then out in the West, the Giants they can't hit their way out of a paper bag.
Yeah, they've really struggled lately. I mean, the Padres need to get healthy. Maybe they can give the Dodgers a little bit of a run. Maybe. So, thank God for the wild card. That'll keep it interesting.
Yeah, it should for the most part. But let's just get into today's schedule. Another beauty here. Let's see what we got.
I'm looking forward to new matchups. I was telling Chris earlier. I kind of not too wild about this series, the last that we're closing out here. I'm looking forward to new matchups, new teams.
It's the old studio. Oh, mine? I'll have my new studio like in about a week or two. It should be ready. I'm just redesigning things. I have a lot of things that I had to order and stuff and put together and whatever. So I'm just out. I'm out in the living room. That's why That's why I'm like this. But I will be probably 2 weeks. I'll have a new studio that you guys will like even better than the other one. My new studio is sort of a hybrid of my original one that I had with the most recent one that you guys saw. I thought the last studio I had just too many shelves, not enough wall space, and I have a lot of stuff that goes on the walls. So Brian had got me that nice Miami sign, and I had nowhere to put it. I had a bunch of other stuff, my loudest booze, and I have a couple of new signs actually too. I'm really excited to
Your Cubs jersey
launch. Yes, of course, my Cubs jersey, my Charlie Weiss for President Notre Dame shirt, and of course my life-size statue of Lou Holtz. Anyways, got the Tigers and the Guardians. Michael Pineda got the Brewers and the Cubs. The Brewers just pathetic last night. And then White Sox against the Twins. The White Sox looking to salvage something. Lance Lynn against Joe Ryan. Chris, what do you think of these beauties?
These gems. I'm going to go with the over 7.5 Cubs Brewers. I think the Brewers bats get to Adrian Sampson here, who for me, I watched his first couple starts back. I haven't really been impressed. I think he's got a little bit of luck on his side. It's only why he has an ERA just over 3 in his first couple of starts. But if there's one place that teams have been able to get to Corbin Burns this season, it's been at home. A 3+ ERA compared to a sub-2 ERA on the road this season. I think we just have a game here that gets closer to maybe 8 or 9 runs. That's why that half run drop from 8 to 7.5 I think is key here. So I'm gonna go with the over 7.5 there, and I'm gonna go with the Cleveland Guardians here. I like Shane Bieber. I like the matchup against the Detroit Tigers. Tigers still one of the least imposing offenses in baseball, and I think the Guardians can take one here. Finish or start the day with a win. So give me the Guardians in that one.
Brian?
Yeah, I'll agree and disagree with Chris. For me, the Brewers and Cubs, the only way you can really bet the Brewers is the late 2.5 here, because I'm not going to take the negative odds. I think the Brewers bats are due to break out, and Sampson, I think his numbers, I think he's a below average pitcher, so I think Brewers can get to him. Tigers, Guardians, I'm going to take a chance here. Detroit plus 1.5 here at home. And I'm not a big Michael Pineda guy. And Bieber has been awesome, going 6-7. Usually gives the Guardians a strong start, but the Guardians are in a funk. Tigers a little bit hot streak here. I think they can keep it within 1. I'll take Detroit plus 1.5.
I'll parlay up the Guardians here with the Brewers. Bieber and Burns, double Bs, 2 Cy Young Award winners. Why not?
Sounds like a law.
Parlay the money line for a bet is that what you said?
Yep, minus 255, minus 184.
So I should give you a nice solid.
That's for our YouTube audience. That's what they want to hear. Anything I say that's other than that, then I'm horrible. Got an interesting comment today that I, of course, deleted and blocked the guy, but he said that I should, or everyone should listen to Ron's rundown, not listen to me, because Ron cares more about the audience than I do. And I forget what else he said, which is ironic since Ron's rundown was my idea and I pay for it. So anyways, out of my own pocket. So I'm really not sure I understand the comment. I think they're 2 different shows, 2 different videos. Ron is, of course, awesome, and that's why I wanted him to do it. He came to me, wanted to do a baseball live show, and I thought that the idea of the rundown video actually gave him more flexibility to his day to be able to produce that every day. Also gave him more time to dig into the stats and kind of be more direct into the camera, which is he's really, really strong at. And I thought that, my 7 free picks in 5 minutes is just to give people a sample of what's the betting tools have to offer. I don't pick the best bets from the betting tools. I don't even understand what that means. Well, that's why the betting tools are there.
The best bets of the betting tools are the higher percentage hits, right? That they
Not necessarily. So what if something hits 50-50, right? What if something hits 50% of the time and it pays plus 240?
Yeah, it depends.
It depends on what you're looking for. So it's like, that's the whole idea, is that it's just a sample of 7 picks, of 100 picks from the betting tools. So it's like, what exactly are you talking? Is it that you're too lazy to go and look at the betting tools, but you want me to do it? Yeah, it's like, I think that, it's like, I would say that, it's like we're a team here, and it's like we all bring something different to the table, and it's like, believe me, it's I just don't understand the comments, and it's kind of just, if I wish I had a better understanding of what you guys wanted. I think that the idea of the 7 free picks is just to give everybody a sample of what's available on the betting tools today. Ron is like, he really, when we used to have him on the live show with us, the FIP and the, the whole, right? And it's like, so giving him that format and basically giving him carte blanche to do what he wants to do on our station, I thought, was something else. But it's not, I'm certainly not, I'm not competing with him. I mean, newsflash, I own Pick Dogs, in Sports Chat Place. So I'm not really sure what the competition is. And I certainly encourage, Ron to do, the best that he could do every day. He's awesome. Kidding? We got a lot of stuff in the pipeline with him as well, and other people. I don't know. It's just weird comments, like we're competing against each other or something. We're all on the same team. I don't know. What do you think, Chris? You do videos.
Yeah, I kind of developed the, I don't want to say immunity, but I kind of just have gotten used to the comments now. So,
I just try and understand them. I don't, if there's something that I could do better, I'm certainly not going to listen to everything that they have to say, right? Yeah. But it's, some of the things, they just don't make any sense. But I'm trying, if the 7 picks, like I had a guy yesterday in the comments too. Well, there's no Ron's rundown without Ron either. Romanelli's saying there's no Ron's rundown without me, but there's no Ron's rundown without Ron. And it's like, and I know that too, and it's like, we have a good thing. It's like, we do different things. We all have different opinions. Brian and I don't agree on much, some days, and some days we agree on everything.
Yesterday.
Yeah, got killed. It's like, that's
I'll take it.
Yeah. Well, everyone has different picks and different opinions, and that's the whole idea. And everyone has different styles. And that's why we offer, 25 cappers. It used to just be me, right? It was just me for a long time at Sports Chat Place. It's like trying to make it less of that. Huh. Whew. I'm just trying to figure it all out. All right. Isn't paying for picks like paying to get into the casino? Absolutely not. Absolutely not. That's not what it is. Paying for picks is for people that don't have time. People that we provide you with free picks on every game every day. Okay, we do that twice. Minimum. Well, we actually do it 3 times every day. We have it sportschatplace.com, pickdogs.com, and then on YouTube. Then we also do the live show here. And then on top of that, we also have betting tools, which cover every single bet that's on the board, even beyond just the game picks. We also have a prop article, okay, about every single player right? Every single player in every single sport, we have a whole article just for them on their props. Are you guys frozen?
Nope, I'm here. I'm
I
listening.
think Chris is frozen.
Nope. No, I'm here.
No, your picture's frozen.
Oh.
But it's like the whole idea of the premium picks, people that don't have the time to do the research themselves or to gather all of the free information. And they just, they want to get it from someone else.
Yep, 100%.
We have all of our daily picks have a credit guarantee. Credit guarantee. If it doesn't win, you get a credit for what you paid for the pick and you can use it for another day. We changed the name of it. We called it Guaranteed. Now we changed the name to Credit Guarantee to make it more clear, because I think the word guaranteed, I think Brian knows this too. We've had this discussion behind the scenes. Yep. That guaranteed is confusing to people. It makes people think that the pick itself, like we guarantee this is going to win. No, the guarantee was really never that. But now we call it a credit guarantee, and basically I think that's clearer, and at least I hope it is. And I think that, for a lot of people, and I know this to be the case, is that they feel when they're buying picks or paying for picks or paying for a pick, or even like a Ron's Rundown, his $15 pick, if they buy one or two of those a month from him, it's $30, right? He does a video every single day. Basically, you're giving him $1 a day for what he's doing for free, and it's basically a way to give back. And a lot of people do that. So yeah, no, we're not frauds. That's the opposite of what we are. We're probably, it seems to be me that a lot of the bashing that we take sometimes is almost because of our transparency. Who did you have in the Yankees game yesterday? We all gave out the Pirates on this show. I believe so, right? Brian and I both gave out the Pirates. I think Brian gave them out the plus 1.5. I think I said lay a 1.5.
Plus 1.5.
Yeah. Yeah, I had plus 1.5 too.
And I think I said lay a 1.5. So, yeah, this is not the Yankee show. That's those guys are on Twitter. Anyways, man. Yeah, I think over time there's a reason. It's and I don't say this from an ego standpoint. I say this just from a fact standpoint. When you're on top, when you have the most viewers, when you have the most people at your website, you have the most you're an easy target because there's more people, more eyeballs on you. And I just want to make sure that we're delivering. What you guys. I don't want to sit there and do my 7 free picks if you guys only want 3 picks. Or 5 picks in 7 minutes, instead, or, whatever. It's like, I don't want to waste my time. If you guys don't want it, you guys can go to the site and get the picks yourself. Anyways, what are you selling today, Brian? I only have my $15 pick, but I got 5 other picks, premium picks. I just didn't put a package. Yeah, I love today's card.
Well, I think there's some gems on the card today. Went 2-1 yesterday, but dropped my titanium play. I'm going to get that right back today. My best bet, MLB titanium, just $15. Make sure you check it out. Or you can get all 3 of my best bets. It's my Square Dancing 3-pack. That includes my $15 play, all for $50 at Big Dogs.
Chris, I think you should leave and come back.
Okay, you can come back. Okay,
yeah.
I'll be right back.
We'll wait
for. He's live on my screen.
Really? Because he's frozen on mine. Are you guys doing harness racing? Only if Ruffalo gets into the Selkie.
Get into the what? I heard harness racing and then Ruffalo, and I was like, oh, God, that's not a good segue.
Yeah. In the Selkie. What are you selling today, Chris?
All right, for me today, I got my $15 pick-off play. We had a 2-1 day yesterday, but unfortunately, the one that got away was that pick-off play. The Cardinals just didn't show up for us, but it's fine. Not gonna let one play get us down. We're gonna bounce back today. Got that $15 pick-off play as well as my walk-off Wednesday 3-pack. The $15 play, the pick-off play included in that 3-pack for $40 at Pick Dogs Premium.
Yeah, I just want to let everybody know also another, a lot of things that you guys don't see. And I appreciate all the really strong comments that we got here about, what we were just talking about. And I'm just trying to, deliver what you guys want. But I can tell you right now that our NFL, what we have coming up for NFL, yeah, no one else is going to be able to touch it. And I think you guys are going to be really, really excited to be part of it. So can't wait to get that going. But anyway, speaking of getting going, we got the Jays and the A's. We got the Marlins and the Angels, and we have the Reds and the Mutts. Chris, what do you think?
And that Reds game was, I would say, entertaining yesterday if you like pitching, but I don't know if we're going to see that today. But I do think that the Mets get the job done here. Graham Ashcraft starting to really fall off after a strong start to the year, and David Peterson, while he kept bouncing in and out of the Mets rotation, starting to really solidify a spot. He's pitching really well, and I think that the Mets find a way to bounce back and get the job done today after being shut out yesterday. I like the over 8 between the Jays and Oakland. Jose Barrios, I'm still not getting away from his near 8 ERA on the road this season, and James Caprillion. I don't think he's going to get beat up necessarily, but I think he's going to give up a few himself. I think both starters give up 4 runs here, get us well to that 8 total. And I like the plus money with the Miami Marlins here, even with Shohei Ohtani for the Angels. The Angels just they're looking more and more like the team that lost 14 in a row last month. Even though they're picking up wins here and there, the Miami Marlins playing some great baseball over the last week. I got to take the plus money with the Marlins there.
Right.
Well, for me in this segment, I'm going to take the LA Angels here, even at this level of juice. We got a very hot team in the Marlins. Winners of 6 straight. I think the Angels have lost 4 straight, is it? But Ohtani is their best option to win. He's been absolutely magnificent over his last handful of games. Trevor Rogers used to be one of my guys, but I think in this game you do runs in the first inning. I think you back the Angels. Blue Jays, Oakland, I'll take the over 8. I think Caprillion and Barrios can combine for at least 8 runs between the two. I think you also play on the Oakland Athletics plus 1.5. Hopefully I'm not 2 days late and $1 short on that one. I think the A's continue to play the Blue Jays tough.
In my video, I gave out the Angels, but I'm going to do an about face here, and this is why you watch the live show. I'm going to take the Marlins here, failing to cover the run line on the road against the National League, 0-7, and just straight up on the road against the National League, 0-7. They are a long way from home. I'm taking the Marlins in that one. I think when we go to some of these others, let's see, we got the Jays and the A's. The Jays are pathetic. We already went over that.
Are you taking the money line of the Marlins or the plus 1.5?
Both.
All right.
Both. And I like the Reds against the Mets here. The Mets can kiss my Ashcraft. The Mets, though, the strongest trend on the board. 21-0 as favorites following a loss. 21-0. Chris, you look lost. You look stunned. Nope, he's on mute.
He's on mute. He's just on mute.
Oh, there we go. Yeah, sorry, I'm just trying to figure out a couple of comments how to respond.
What's that?
So the same person say they're not into paying double, but that's just I just don't know how you're paying double. It's just like you're just paying for you're getting a premium pick just so that instead you're trying to get one of the best bets on the board and trying to help you out, shorten the process. There are certain people, and I think I'm not gonna beat this into the ground, but there are certain people that are just never gonna buy, right? They're just never ever gonna buy. And they're going to come up with any kind of thing. They're just going to say whatever they want to say, any reasoning into it. And that's fine. Yeah. If you're never going to buy, that's fine. You don't need to come up with excuses or anything or why you don't want to buy or anything like that. You simply don't buy it. It's like we have, during our peak seasons, during the peak time, we have 8 million people that come to our website. Not everyone's going to buy. We know that. That's why we have tons for free.
more for free than anybody. We were the first ones to do free picks on every game every day at sportshotplace.com. People said I was crazy. People said it was crazy to do that I would never make any money doing free picks on every game. Now, every site in the world does it. Now, Twitter, there's 10 million guys doing it, right? I mean, it's like, no one does it better than us. You look at all these other YouTube channels. Wait till you see what they're going to be doing, to come after us. It's like, you can't beat us. Good luck. Good luck with it, man. Good luck with it. It's not paying double if you bet. So if you bought a yearly package, right, and paid during Christmas and July, you paid $1,000. Okay, and it's 365 days a year. Even if you bought Bittler, who's 3 picks a day. And some days he does more, but mostly it's 3 picks a day.
Football season is fine.
Right. It's still less than $1 a pick. So unless you're betting less than $1 per pick, how are you paying double? I don't know, unless you're betting less than $1 a game. And that's fine. I understand there are people that don't bet, 3 dimes on a game. I get it. We know that. It's like, that's why we have the free stuff. That's why we have lower price stuff. That's why we run deals. That's why we do all, we try and make it something for everyone. We even give away premium picks for free. We'll have Romanelli gave away his $15 play for free like 2 weeks ago, and I'll probably be doing one too during the Christmas in July. I usually give a 3-day. I think Brian gave a 3-day for free.
Yep.
Chris, well, he's too tight. He doesn't give away nothing.
No, I'll give something away.
No, it's all right. It's okay. It's okay. We know you're cheap. It's fine.
But the only thing
he needs his doors where he opens it up and gives out the special for the day.
The only tight. Don't threaten the advent calendar. I'll do it. The only thing tight about me right now.
The advent calendar. Love the advent calendar. Got the Rangers and the Orioles. Spencer Watkins paying gig. Josiah Gray and Aaron Nola in Philadelphia. And Mitch Keller looking to make it 2 in a row against the Bronx Bombers. Brian, what do you think?
Well, I hate to be senior square here, but I'm going to take the New York Yankees here -1.5. I don't know how many times a year I actually say that, but I think Severino should give the Yankees 6 strong, and maybe that was a wake-up call yesterday. I'm not a Mitch Keller guy. I think the Yankees can blow them out. Rangers-Orioles, I'm going to take the over 9.5. Maybe that's another Captain Obvious play because these two teams have combined for, 32 runs over the first 2 games. Otto and Watkins. I think the Orioles bats can get to Otto and Rangers can get to Watkins. I'll take the over. And if you had a gun to my head in the Phillies and Nationals, I would take the Nationals on the run line here. I like Gray, but Noel's been pitching fantastic, so I think that's a 1-run game.
Brian with the -1 in that Yankees Pirates
No,
game.
I said -1.
No, you said -1. It's okay.
I'm totally.
It kills me to take the Yankees, but I think they're the better bet.
Oh, while you're there, you might as well lay the -1. Chris, what do you like?
I'm totally getting Brian a square sombrero and sending it to him to finish off the senior square look like the Homer Simpson nacho hat. I'm gonna go with the Yankees on the run line as well. I do like the value with the Pirates, but I liked it a lot better with Jose Quintana. Not as much with Mitch Keller, and I don't think the Yankees are gonna lose 3 straight many times this season. I don't think it starts here. I'm gonna go with the Yankees run line there, and I'm gonna go with the over 9.5 Rangers Orioles. I think Glenn Otto has really struggled in his last few starts, and this has just been a highly competitive game where there have been, back and forth, comebacks left and right. And look at game 1 had 13 runs, game 2 last night had 19, I think. So I think we can get to at least 10 runs here.
I agree with these guys. The Pirates is where the money is. 5 in a row for the Pirates at home against the American League East, and 6 in a row as run line home dogs versus the American League in general. So the Yankees, with all those wins and all those few losses, the probability says they're going to lose a lot of games. going forward.
Yeah.
And I like the Pirates here, especially with those very, very strong trends. And since we're all in agreement, I will probably double my wager on that
We're
game.
not in agreement, but when I take it to play like the Yankees, it usually loses. So,
Well, since we all agree on the Pirates, it's the nice thing about it. We all kind of come together there. Kind
you're
of
putting words in my mouth. You're throwing me under the bus.
It can happen. I also like Josiah Gray against Aaron Nola, just because I bet against Nola every time he pitches. And, of course, anytime we get a chance to fade Glenn Otto, we do it.
It's automatic.
Noel's an all-star, though.
I guess the honeymoon with the woman on here ended. I don't understand that one. What is that one? My wife and I have been on a 17-year honeymoon. Longer than that, if you include the dating portion. 24 years honeymoon. Bliss. It's just been bliss.
I only
The
made
best-
6 years.
The best part of it, the best part of the thing was, the best part of the honeymoon was that when my wife's car was out of commission, that we shared the car for a couple weeks. Yeah, it's really some bonding, some togetherness. You know, it's like nothing helps the relationship like sharing a car.
Well,
Those
I'd be
trials.
thinking if somebody left like trash in my car, like a coffee cup or something like that.
I'll tell you what else is, if you took like, maybe if you got in the car and went for like a 20-hour drive, had a nice State of the Union talk, just got it all out in the open.
Been there. Drive from Toronto to Naples.
But the honeymoon is not over. The honeymoon. Oh, Joe D'Amico? He left in January. He wanted to sell his picks for $2. I said no. That's basically what that happened, right? $2. How much for your picks? $2. Sorry, we have to charge at least $3. Can't do it. They're only worth $2. They're only worth $2.
$2.50 minimum. There has to be a 25% markup.
They're only worth $2. I'm sorry, my picks are only worth $2. It's like, we'll see ya. I love you, but not that much. $2. Odd show today, huh? Got the Red Sox. Brayon Bello goes to the hill here. So, the Red Sox have had a few guys they've called up from the minors this season. This guy's supposed to be pretty good, but the thing is, it's
He's the real deal.
if he's so real of a deal, then why is he the fourth guy? That's what I kind of wonder here. It's like, if you're such the real deal, why are you the fourth guy, right? Why are you behind? Who are the other guys? Wicknowski and there's the other guys
Well,
that all got called up ahead of him. No, all those guys got called up ahead of him.
Winkowski, Whitlock.
Yeah, Whitlock, and then
Seabold.
there's Seabold, and other ones too. There's been other ones too. Yeah,
This guy's a young gun.
yeah, they're all young guns, Brian. But this guy was fourth or fifth in the pecking order.
Well, I don't know about that. To me, what the Red Sox rate him as far as their prospect? I thought he was near the top of their.
Well, then why wasn't he brought up near the top?
Well, you got to ask the general manager.
Well, we don't ask. We speak for them. We put words in their mouth. This is kind of what we do.
If you look at his minor league numbers this year, he's been very solid.
Not solid enough for them to believe in him.
Well, I don't know.
Anyways, Max Fried's pitching against Miles Miklos in Atlanta. And then we've got Christian Javier, minus 290 pitcher these days, up against Brad Keller. You can take your Pirates pick, Brian, put it with the Royals. You got double Kellers at big money here. Keller. Got Brad Keller, Mitch Keller, and Helen Keller. You could triple down.
I should just go Dodgers run line 2 today to make it a senior
Minus one?
pack. Well, if it's my turn to go, I'm going to take. I think out of this grouping, I think the best bet's taking the Cardinals here on the run line. It might be a sucker play to take Miklos at this number here. He's been fantastic. Freed's been awesome too. I think he'll continue to get better as the season goes on. But this Cardinals team's better than what they've shown lately. I think this is a one-run game, pitcher's duel. I think the Cardinals with the 1.5. And the Royals, just out of principle alone, I'm going to take KC plus the 1.5 here. Houston has been a cover machine lately on the run line, but Christian Javier at almost minus 300 doesn't make any sense to me. I think the Royals should keep this one close.
Doubling down on the Kellers. Chris.
I'm just trying to see if we can make the smoke blow out of your ears. If we did a three-team parlay with the Yankees, Dodgers, and Astros money line, get near even money.
You're giving ideas to the Twitter guys out there.
It's like, hey, and then they'll call it 3-0. It's like, that's the best. I went 3-0.
Yeah, those three plus 155 on a 3-team money line. I'm gonna go with the over 9.5. Rays and Red Sox. I think the Rays are able to give Brian Bello a rude awakening and rude welcoming to the majors. But let's not forget the Red Sox and how well this team is hitting. And Corey Kluber just really struggled in his last couple of starts, especially on the road. I think he gave up 5 runs to Toronto in 3 innings in his last start on the road. So give me the over 9.5. I see that game hitting 10, 11 runs. I'm going to take the Atlanta Braves. I just like Max Fried, but probably my least favorite play of those 3, and I'll have to stretch it to Astros minus 2.5 here, but I think I like the over 8 just as much. I think Brad Keller could potentially give that up on his own. He struggled in his last couple of road starts, and I think this is just one of those games where the Astros could get us to that total on their own, but give me the over 8.
Well, congrats to all that followed. I think the Red Sox are in big trouble here. I think they're grasping at straws, and I think that Bello, even if he does pitch decently, he will have to come out of the game probably in a hurry. And, well, that usually when you have a guy that is effective and you turn it over to a bullpen like the Red Sox, against a team like the Rays, you're talking about one of those 45-minute half innings. And I think that's what we're probably looking at in this game. I like the Rays. I like the reverse run line. I'll go with Keller to match up with my other Keller. And that's it for that segment. Got Alex Cobb up against Merrill Kelly in Arizona. And then Mitch White and Jose Urena with the varsity. I thought this guy was like in a Panamanian prison or something. Maybe I got him. I get him confused with Urena, Ugeth Urbina. I get those two guys confused. And I think Urbina is the one like in a Panamanian prison, right?
Yeah, he got a heavy sentence for something.
Yeah.
Oh,
probably for those 7 runs allowed against the Marlins.
He's pitching for the prison baseball team, and it's like he's still giving up 6 runs in 2 innings.
It's like Ugeth Urbina, Jose Urena. I always get those two confused. Oogie.
Well, who's up?
You're up. I'm looking up.
We're
all googling
We're all looking
Urbina.
up Urbina where he is.
All right. I think hell has frozen over today. I'm gonna take the Dodgers minus. I think you minus 2.5, but I'm gonna minus 1.5 here. Urena in the minor leagues this season.
7 years for
ERA.
attempted murder is what it was.
But he's free.
Yeah, but you would think that the attempted murder was on him for those years with the Expos. Anyways.
A whip of 2.14 for Mr. Urena this year. I think Mitch White, even though he might only go 4 innings, I think the Dodgers have enough to clobber the Rockies again today. So I'm going to take the Dodgers on the run line. That's it.
Pretty much see Brian morphing into the square.
I know. It's terrible.
But I'm going to look at the over 9 in that game. It wouldn't surprise me again if we saw the Dodgers get to this total on their own. I know they haven't been hitting well as of late, but nothing kind of cures what ails you than facing Jose Urania, who's looking more like the pitcher that we saw struggle all those years in Miami. And having to go against this Dodger lineup, not necessarily the best, but we also have seen the Rockies, be able to put up with their if they get us 2-3 runs here, that may be well enough to push this game into double digits. So give me the over 9 in that one. And I'm going to go with the San Francisco Giants here. I don't love Alex Cobb, but I think it's just one of those spots where the Giants wake up and take it to Arizona. Merrill Kelly hasn't been his best at home this season, and probably lean towards the Giants, but maybe now I'm talking myself out of it. It's not necessarily a game I love.
Yeah, I don't like either of these games, but I do like the Diamondbacks, just because the Giants can't score any runs at all.
Fair.
Anyways,
I really like the Dodgers.
I'll start the parlays. I like Keller and Keller.
Is that a law firm?
Keller, Urana.
Uranus. All right, for my parlay here, I'm going to take the Dodgers on the run line, the Yankees on the run line. I'm going to go over 9.5 Orioles Rangers for my Super Square 3-pack parlay.
See the morphing as we speak. I'm going to go with the Miami Marlins here on the money line. I'm going to go with the Atlanta Braves and the over 9.5 Rays Red Sox. Marcelo Zuna to hit a home run.
All right. Thanks, everyone, for joining us. Going to do combo VIP premium today. We didn't do a combo this week on Monday like we normally do, so we'll do a combo on Wednesday. Wednesday. I broke my driver yesterday.
Uh-oh.
Yeah. Every year I break one club. Every year. It's like, and I don't like slam my clubs on the ground or anything like that. It's just the shafts snap. It's like, it was the oddest thing.
Mitch got those strong forearms.
No, I don't know why it is, but I always break them right on the hosel. And the guys at the golf shop, when I bring them in, they always say the same thing. It's like, this isn't intentionally broken. I'm like, yeah, no joke. They're like, oh, yeah, people break clubs all the time, and they say they don't know what happened. But they say when you break clubs like this, these are the ones that non-intentional, but you can see it right there.
Oh, yeah.
But it was like I hit my drive, and I was like on the first hole, and I was like, man, that was pathetic. And I was like, wow. It made this weird sound. And then I ended up playing the hole, and then I got to the next tee, and I looked at the head, and I was like, oh my God. So I played the rest of the round with my 3-wood, teeing off with my 3-wood. Still hit it a ton. Anyways, thanks everyone for joining us. Make it a winning day. We appreciate each and every one of you. We'll see you guys in just a second. VIP premium combination.